Hey everybody, we are here at Zoholics, the ultimate destination for small business success, talking to Aarthi. Aarthi, please give us your full name and tell us what your role is at Zoho.
Okay, so I'm Aarthi Elizabeth, and I handle strategic product management for the collaborative work apps. So that include your work drive, your projects, your notebook, sign, and so on.
I love it. And what do small businesses need to understand about collaboration in general? Agnostic of Zoho. We'll put Zoho aside for right now. But what are you seeing in the market just about collaboration and working together? Can you give us some nuggets, some things you're seeing that our audience should know? Tips, advice?
Yes,
Talk to
I mean,
us.
this is something we all know. So collaboration is the cornerstone to productivity. And then the pandemic hit, and then collaboration took a hit as well. And so now what organizations do is they have moved towards this whole asynchronous, flexible work culture, which means async working. You work from anywhere, you work from anytime, you work from different locations, from different geographies. And I think that's what organizations have moved for. And they have also put their people front and center of everything. So there is this shift from employers to employees. So the talent is front and center of everything that they do. There's focus on making your employees happy, giving them a sense of purpose, and providing them with this flexible work culture.
So it seems like it's more than just the product itself. It's more than just the speed and feed,
Yes.
but it's about the mindset. Can you just talk about that a bit more?
Yeah, it is about a culture because it used to be very different, but now everything is centered around the talent, and that is what people want to do. And it's not just employees, and it's not just personal goals. It's also about bringing all of it together, bringing your leadership, bringing your stakeholders, your employees, bringing them together to achieve these organizational goals as well. And I think that's different. That's something new, and that's what we're looking at in the future. That will be the future of work, and it's about how all of this ties in together, where you have this right technology, agile technology, that kind of is the base. It forms that unified platform and enables this kind of flexible work
I
culture.
love it. And one thing I want to get to, and again, I'm not going to get into politics, I promise, but a little bit of politics. This aspect of, there was one big company CEO, you may have seen the headlines, he was like, we're going to have to work harder, we're going to have to work more,
Yes.
blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
But then you have the whole other side, Aarthi, where it's, oh, I want to go skateboarding
Yeah.
for 6 hours,
Yeah.
and I want to be paid the same amount. How do you balance that? And I'm just asking to chat with what you've read, what you've seen, what your
Right.
opinion is.
Yeah.
How do you balance it? There's two sides. The CEO
Yes.
saying harder, harder, harder because
Yeah.
our shares are falling.
Yeah.
Other ones saying, hey, love the world, dude, and we're going to pay you the same. How do you balance this?
I think after the pandemic, we've all moved to this whole, this personal thing. We want to have individual goals. We want to have our individual stuff taken care of. We believe in a stronger work-life balance because we have spent a lot of time at home. We understand family is important. We don't want to work so much. We want to work hard. We want to
understand.
work smart, but we do not want to work all the time.
Yes,
We
we're
want that balance.
reprioritizing even our goals.
Yes,
Go
yes.
ahead, continue.
We are. So I think that is, I believe in that. And I think with collaborative tools, with these technologies that we have now, that is possible. You can skateboard and work hard.
I like it. So
Yes.
now we enter Zoho. Zoho has what, is it 5,000 applications? No, 55.
Yeah.
55 or
55,
more
yes,
applications
yes.
that you say publicly. Talk about your role in the collaboration tools you're doing. Talk about what those tools are and what
Right.
we need to know about some of the gems of the tools you have.
Right. So this asynchronous work culture has
Okay.
brought in this whole collaborative work management apps. Right. So that's a new division of a sorts, and it has your project management tools. It has your content collaboration tools. It has your note taking. It has your sign, sending out things for signature, and that is the space that enables this asynchronous work, the flexible work culture of sorts. So what I do is I handle primarily Work Drive, which is a content management platform, but it integrates so well with project management, so well with your sign, so well with Notebook, that it is essentially a single set of tools, a unified platform, and that is what we're going for. Something that works well together. So there is a seamless flow of information across all of your business functions. You don't have to worry about moving things one after another. It's already together, and that's the flow that you're looking for.
I love that. And talk more about that, because I suspect for the smaller businesses, they're still looking at point solutions.
Right.
They have a little bit of Zoho, a little bit
Yeah.
of this competitor, a
Yeah.
little bit of that, a little bit of the other. But it seems like, in knowing today, whether it's part of Zoho One as well or separate, that the integration is
Yeah.
where the work-life balance comes in.
Correct.
The automation
Yes.
is where the
Automation,
work-life
yeah.
balance comes in. The
Yes.
workflow. Can you just talk about those things, moving from it's signed, now email the PDF to them, and all
Yeah.
these things, where there may be a better way to work, a new way to work. Talk
Right.
about
So
that a
if
bit.
you look at your project management platform, the document cabinet, which is essentially a work drive, is already a part of it. So it's not individual to products. It is one product that has your chat conversations, that has your communication, that has your content collaboration, all of it together. And we have released something called your workflow automation to enable this seamless communication and flow of information. So let's say you are a marketing agency, because we have many marketing agencies.
Let's say you're
who use it.
zoneofgenius.com. Let's pretend you're zoneofgenius.com.
Yeah.
What do we do? Tell us.
So
That's my company, by the way.
yeah. So there is a way to automate your document review process, right? So you can start from work drive, or you can start from projects.
Okay.
So either way, you get your team together, start working on these files, and then you create tasks. And these tasks are automated using this workflow automation. And once the tasks go into automatic review, they go into different approval hierarchy. And once it's done, it automatically transitions into another task. So, and then you send it out to your communication tools. It can be Slack, it can be Teams, it can be Click. But all of this is done automatically, and you don't have to do anything at all.
I love it. I love it. Now, for the small business to do that, these are things they can do themselves. Yes, I know.
Yes.
And or they can use Zoho partners otherwise. Can you talk about that? Because as an end user,
Right.
it can be a bit sometimes how to do that. Let's talk about how do we get to that level of complexity or level of finesse, whichever word you're going to use.
So the example that I just gave you, you don't need a Zoho partner. You can
Okay.
do it by yourself. You just have to have project management. You have to have all your documents in Work Drive. And you can set up these workflows on your own. These are so simple to set up. I have done it myself. Simple drag and drop. You set the transitions, and it just works. It's very easy.
I love it. I love it. Can you give us some tips on productivity? You know, things like, Ramon, here's the top 3 or 4 or 5 things, and maybe you're not doing them all,
Yeah.
but the top 3 or 4 or 5 things you think we can be more productive, we can be work smarter. Some of them
Right.
you already mentioned, but what are some ways we can be more productive, some tips or insights?
Automating all your workflows. That's one. Making use of AI in a very contextual fashion, not just plug and play AI, but AI that works along with your processes. That's another. And pretty much having everything on the cloud, having everything on your phone, moving about. I think those are the top 3 things.
And I'll give you some of mine.
Okay.
And if you have more, let me know. So
Yeah.
me, work quickly. Meaning with email, don't let it pile up.
Okay.
Also, I do filtering a lot. I'll give you a secret.
Okay.
Any email that comes in with the word unsubscribe,
Okay.
I automatically filter it out to read it later. I still read it
Okay,
because I
but
want to
just-
receive the email
Yeah,
newsletters.
yeah.
But that has cut down my email box a lot. You may see some people, could be you, could be me,
Yeah.
thousands of emails. That helps me. So I find that working fast, delegating,
Right.
quickly responding, and then moving things to a later folder, at
Yeah.
least my main inbox, it helps. Because I think the other thing, Aarthi, and again, thanks for being with us today, is that many corporations, the employees seem overwhelmed.
They are,
Now,
yes.
that's nothing.
Yes.
That's not your problem or anything.
Yeah.
But what do we say about this feeling of just overwhelmed? And maybe this goes back. We talked a bit about the tools,
Right.
But now we're maybe getting more into agnostic of tool. Any thoughts
Right.
just on that feeling of overwhelm? That every notification.
Yeah.
And maybe there's no answer. But
Right.
any thoughts on it? I don't know. Just, it's more of a discussion. Just
Yeah.
the way we work.
Right. Well, I can talk for myself.
Please,
Yeah. I'm not overwhelmed. At all.
Okay.
I think what I do is I make sure I come to work.
Yeah.
I work only during those
Yes,
times,
yes.
and after 6 o'clock, I'm done.
I love it.
I do not do any other work unless I absolutely have to. So I believe in a strong work-life balance, and I think that's really important when it comes to not feeling overwhelmed. And compartmentalizing it like that, I think it helps you cut you down. Yeah.
So part of it then seems the mindset.
It is.
Part of it does
Yes.
seem is that you make a determination to work smarter.
Right.
And that means
Yes.
then supervisors have to be involved with that too. And agree.
Correct.
Talk about
There
that.
has to be transparency in what you do, and that is why you bring everything together on these apps. And when you do, there is transparency. They know what you're doing. You don't have to constantly update them. They're aware. They can just, come to the same unified system, and they will see what you're doing. And I think that's very important.
I think that's very important as
Yeah.
well. Very important as well
Yeah.
as is definitely working smarter and not harder. I think that's very
Correct,
important as well. Aarthi, one more time, give us your full name, what product you work at, about Zoho. Before we do that, anything I didn't ask you that you wanted to be asked? Anything?
No.
Okay, so one more time, give us a recap of your full name, who you work for.
Right. So I'm Aarthi Elizabeth, and I take care of product strategy for collaborative work management apps.
I love it. Aarthi, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Raymond. Thanks.